See, there are roughly 23-24 people online. So let's go ahead. Let's start. I see Arshita has her hands up.
Good evening, sir.
Go ahead.
Sir, I have a doubt in mock test, sir.
Go ahead. Tell.
There was a question like Basma loves to dance. Identify the verb, sir.
Okay. So what's the problem with that?
Like, which is the word in the given sentence? Which is the verb in the given sentence, sir?
Which one is the verb, right, in that sentence?
Yes, sir.
Very nice question. Just one moment, please. Okay. So this question is about understanding a verb in a sentence. How do we know what's a verb in a sentence? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what do you think is the verb? Tell me first. What was your answer?
I thought it was dance, sir, but the answer is loves.
Okay. All right. So do you agree with that answer, or do you have any problem with it?
Sir, I guess both are verbs, sir. Then how to identify which is the appropriate one?
Yes. See, in a way you are right, both are verbs, but in a sentence what happens is the verb that agrees with the subject is the verb of the sentence.
Okay.
The verb that gets tense on it is the subject, is the verb of the sentence. So the verb that tells you about doing something, okay, is the verb of the sentence. So in this sentence, Basma, what is that? Basma loves,
Loves
right?
to dance. Yes, sir.
Right. So Basma loves is the verb, and she loves to do something, right? That is dance.
Okay, sir.
So the reason why you think that is a verb, that is also a verb, is because that type of thing is called verbal noun.
Okay, sir.
A noun that can be used as a verb that can be used as a noun is a verbal noun.
Okay, sir.
And in one sentence, the other thing to understand and remember is, in one sentence you can have only one verb.
Excuse me.
Just one moment. Just one moment. I'm coming to you. Did you understand, Arshita?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Doubt in the same question.
Just a moment. I'm coming to you. Say with the same question. Arshita, you have any follow-up with that?
Sir, no, sir. I can understand. Sir. Thank you.
All right. Go ahead now. Who was that? Pawan or some Pujol? Yeah, go ahead.
So verb is described as some action word, sir.
Okay.
Then how come love is verb, sir?
That is the action, no? The love is the action.
But dance is like some action. You're doing some work there.
Right. So if you say, if the sentence is Basma danced well,
Yes, sir.
then it's a verb. I like to eat. Okay.
Yes, sir.
What will be a verb in this sentence?
Eat.
No.
Like.
Verb has to be like. What is it that I do? I'm doing. I am liking, right?
Yes.
I'm liking what? Whatever is the answer to that question is the object of the verb. So Basma loves to dance. Basma loves what? The answer to the question, what is the object of the verb? And like I was responding to in the same question, loves is the verb and to dance is the object of this verb, which happens to be a verbal noun. That okay, Prajwal?
Yes, sir. I understood, sir.
I understood.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
This question is important, not as a trick question to you. This question is important for people to understand the basic fundamental structure of a sentence. And remember the following. Important thing in a sentence is no sentence is complete unless you have basic requirements met. Basic requirements are there must be a subject in the sentence. What is the subject of the sentence? What was the subject of that sentence?
So which sir I just pointed.
Yes, the one that we were just discussing. What was the subject?
I just joined, sir.
Sorry?
I just joined, sir. Please tell me.
I cannot hear you.
I just joined, sir, the class.
Oh, no. So I'm not asking you. I was talking to some other people who were talking before. What was the subject of the sentence?
Sir,
Basma, sir.
Basma is the
yes,
subject.
sir.
What is the predicate in that sentence?
Dance.
No.
Loves to eat, sir.
Loves to
Sorry,
dance.
loves to dance, sorry.
Yes. In everything other than the subject is part of the predicate.
Okay, sir.
So the whole thing is the predicate. In predicate, important thing is a verb. That is what your question was, to identify. Once you identify the verb, then you need to identify if that verb has an object or not. Get it? The object of that verb is to dance, not dance. The object of the verb is to dance. Remember that. We cannot say Basma likes dance. Are you with me? Do you understand this? We have to say Basma likes to dance. Only then it means Basma likes herself to dance. Is that clear for everybody, guys?
Sir, I have
Yes.
a
Yes,
doubt.
sir.
Go ahead. Next question.
Sir, yes, sir, I have a doubt. You said there's only one verb possible for a sentence.
Correct.
Now I have a sentence. My hobby is to dance and sing. Here is hobby the verb.
No,
What will be the verb?
you tell me.
My hobby is to dance and sing.
Right. That's what I heard you. But you tell me what do you think is the verb in this sentence?
Dance and sing.
No.
Is
See, you see that if you are my job is not to correct you. My point is to make you see the point. You see, you need to understand which part of this sentence agrees with the subject.
Is.
That is how you have to identify a verb. You are looking at dance and sing in the form of dancing, singing, these are verbs. Eating, reading, these are verbs. Am I right? You're looking at it in that way.
Yes, sir.
Dancing can be a verb, dance can be a verb, sing can be a verb, but in the given sentence, whether that is verb or not, you need to identify that by looking at the verb, looking at the sentence. So it's a very good example. Who was talking? Who was
Sarth.
Sartha, right?
Sarth. Yes.
Sarth. So it's a very good example. My hobby, write down this sentence, everybody. If you are doing this practice, write it down. My hobby is to dance and sing. Very nice. So look at the sentence. What agrees with what? Please tell me. And when I am asking you this question, I am asking you to practice, and I am trying to make all of you see that this is how you can do practice. And this is how we learn accuracy in English. That is, this is how you will develop confidence. And you can ask me a question. Allow me a moment here. You can ask me a question. I already speak some English. I already know English. I can write English. Why do I need to know these things? Trust me, you need to know these things, because knowing these things will make you confident about your language, your English. If you don't know these things, then you can speak, you can write, you will always be inconfident about it. And I can prove it to you like this. It's a very simple, like, look at the sentence that Sartha is giving. It's a very simple sentence. Everybody can understand this sentence, but I'm asking you a question, help me understand. And I'm not saying that you don't know the answer. I'm asking you to look at the sentence carefully, and please take a pen and a paper and write it down and draw the structure and tell me what part of this sentence, which word in this sentence agrees with what?
Sir, so hobby is agreeing with dance and sing. So I guess the
How?
verb is.
Oh, wait. Hobby is agreeing with dance and sing. How?
Because dance and sing both are the hobbies.
No. Dance and sing both are hobbies. Very nice. But is this how we understand agreement? That dance and sing are hobbies, therefore they agree with the word? Therefore they agree with each other. Is this how we understand agreement? The answer is no. That's not how we understand agreement. Agreement is, if you have a singular subject, you should have singular form of the verb. If you have a plural subject, then you should have plural form of the verb. Are you with me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now you tell me, now you look at the sentence again and tell me what agrees with what.
So I must have both should be singular.
No?
The subject
Yeah,
and
yes,
the
yes.
subject
Subject and the verb
must be
Like,
singular.
see, look at
plural.
this. Look at this. Look at this. I'll give you another sentence. There is no rush. And if you understand what I say, then you understand all sentences of English. We don't need to look at each sentence every time. However, if we do not understand this, then you will have suspicion about every sentence, whether it is correct or not. You can speak incorrect sentences. Are you with me? You understand that? You
Yes,
can
sir.
even speak incorrect sentence. People will understand what you are saying. People will get the point that you are trying to make. But at the same time, people will also understand that your language is not good. Get it? People will not tell you. I am saying these things, not pointing a finger at you. I am saying these things because I am saying these things in a proper context of a class in English. If I met with you somewhere, you spoke something with me, I will not tell you that you don't know English properly. Do we do these things? That's not the right thing to do. You understand? You agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Right? When we talk to people, we don't tell them that, look, your English is not good, your language is not good. These are not the nice things to say to people. But we do understand whether it is good or not. Get it?
Yes, sir.
And that there is a big difference between language and other things. See, in mathematics, when your calculation is wrong, you are wrong. In language, when your language is wrong, people still understand you. But they also understand that your language is not perfect. Your language is not up to the mark. So it becomes imperative for us to understand what makes my language good. And I am focusing too much on this point because this point is one of the central point of language to fix. If we need to fix one thing in our language, that is agreement. So I saw some message somebody wrote. See, look at a simple sentence. I am giving you a sentence. Look at this. This is a pen. This is a sentence. This is a pen. Are you with me? Understand this?
Yes, sir.
Now, can I say this are a pen?
No.
No.
Sir,
No.
What is wrong with that? Why can I not say that?
we can
Because
use only
Subject is
singular.
singular, so verb should be singular.
So you understand this thing, and this rule applies everywhere. The subject is singular, so the verb should be singular. This rule applies in all sentences of English, right? So
Yes.
what is the subject and what is the singular verb in the other sentence that I gave you? So you guys are telling me all kinds of things, except what you should say. Please tell me again, what is the verb in that sentence? My hobby is dancing.
Hobby.
Is.
Is the verb and hobby.
Is the verb, correct?
Hobbies.
So can I
Hobby is
say
the
my,
subject.
Is the verb.
okay, now listen to me. Like I said, you understand this thing already. I'm only trying to, by spending this much time, I am only trying to bring your attention to the central point of this question, which is when you say, can we say my hobbies is singing and dancing?
No.
No, sir.
You cannot say that. Then we have to say my hobbies are singing and dancing.
Yes.
Are you understand? Did you understand?
Yes.
When you are saying my hobby is singing, you can say my hobby is, though it's not right to say when you have two of them there. Remember, I am showing you one object and I am saying this is a pen. Can I say this are a pen? No.
No.
By showing it to you, can I also say these are pens?
No.
The sentence is correct. These are pens. The sentence is grammatically correct. But if I am showing you one, I cannot say these are pens. Get my point? So when we say my hobbies are singing and dancing, then it is fine. Got my point?
Yes.
And
Yes, sir.
the agreement is, now forget everything else. Focus on agreement. The agreement is between hobby and is. Hobbies and are. This is the agreement. And for accuracy of a sentence, one thing you need to keep in mind, that verb is what agrees with the subject. Period. No further rules apply here. So I'm not trying to prove anything that I am saying. I'm trying to tell you, if you keep this thing in mind, you will always remain confident. You can teach. I'm not telling you any rocket science. This is no rocket science. This is a very simple fact about language. Okay? You can tell this to anybody. You can correct your own language and you will always sound confident and correct about this. Got my point?
Yes, sir.
Is the question about verb clear to everybody? What is a verb in a sentence?
Yes, sir.
What is a subject in a sentence? Is that clear to you?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You see, allow me, what is this somebody has Kumaran, Pyari Kumaran. Please hang on. I'll come to you in a minute. I see your hands up. What is the answer to that question? Arshita, what is the answer? Which question are you talking about?
Sir, the hobbies question which we discussed.
The answer.
Disconnected, sir. Can you please? Actually,
What will be the
I
answer?
got disconnected, sir. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. The answer is the hobby is the verb in that sentence.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Now coming back to, allow me to tell you one more thing. You see, when people ask us a question, and because you may have studied these things in traditional grammar books, the verb is something that, what is the definition of a verb? Something that has action upon it or something, right? What is that? Subject acts upon the verb, some strange kind of thing people say about the definition of a verb. I'm not trying to say that is wrong. Action or anything else is about semantics of the sentence. Please remember grammatical point. The verb is something that agrees with the subject in the sentence. Period. If you remember this part, or if you practice this part, you know two things very categorically. They are, what is the subject of a sentence? What is the verb in a sentence? Everything else in a sentence is peripheral. I hope I clarified this part.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'll talk about more if there are questions related to that. And I want to draw your attention, that is everybody's attention, to the agreement video, or maybe there is more than one video on that. Please go back and check that carefully. And based on one or two of those videos, you will be clear about agreement for the rest of your life. There is nothing that you need to worry about. There are some exceptional issues. They are not questions, exceptions. There is no exception in the language. But we will discuss some of those things when you have questions about it.
Sir.
Pyari Kumran, go ahead.
So you were talking about the verb, I know, but I was actually confused with the subject. So when you gave an example of this is a pen,
Yes.
Is the subject this or the pen?
Yes, very important, very good question. The subject grammatically is this.
Okay.
But in a sentence of this type, where you have only is type of verb, you see, actually, truly speaking, is not a verb also. Is just a tense marker. But in the absence of a verb, tense marker also carries agreement, and therefore we call it a verb. Okay. So so in a sentence like that, sentence of that sort, this is a pen. There is this is a subject, is the verb, and this refers to the pen. Therefore, it is singular demonstrative pronoun there. Got it? And when we have plurals on the other side, then you have to say these are pens. Pyari Kumaran, is that clear to you?
Yeah, kind of trying to digest it.
What is there to digest in that? I mean, it could be little. It's not called digesting. It's called overwriting.
Yeah, maybe.
Right. So some of the things that we know, we have to reshape them, fix them. It takes a while. But that doesn't change the fact of the language. You have been doing the same way. Can anybody say these are pen? This are pen? Nobody can say that. But when I am trying to explain the facts to you, it seems that way. Okay, I'll give you one more example to understand. Okay, but let me finish questions from people, and then I'll come back to my example of agreement and this digestion part as well. So, Ajay Das, let me go.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
I have a doubt in grammar and their uses. I saw a question in mock test, so there I got wrong answer in many of the questions. So that's why I asking.
So tell me the question.
So in mock test question, so I asked in general. So sometimes I got stuck in grammar and their uses. So what should I do?
Grammar uses. What was that?
Grammar and their uses.
I'm sorry, I don't get that word. Grammar?
Grammar and their uses.
Grammar and its uses. Okay. Okay.
Yes, that's why I asking what should I do.
Well, it will require time. You need to spend time with these concepts that we are discussing, and then it will become all right.
Okay,
you don't
sir.
have to do anything. I think in the beginning, first few videos, and thereafter, after 5th week as well, we will keep repeating some of the things. Like other than looking at these videos, all we are asking you to do in addition to that is to read something regularly, listen to something regularly, and write something regularly. That's all.
I'm doing these things, but
keep doing these things. Give yourself time. You have spent so much time learning many things. Give us 3 to 4 Most of the results you will start seeing before you end this course. But if you continue, we are going to continue for 24 weeks with English 1 and English 2. Remind me again, if you are doing these things honestly, spending time with this, within 4 to 8 weeks, you will start noticing improvement in your language.
Okay,
There is
sir.
no miracle and there is no denying from that.
Okay, sir.
Okay, Ajay? And
Yes.
also I would suggest, not just suggest, I will also request you, each one of you, to, because you know the language already. And if you want to improve it, please do not compare improvements with your results of mock test or quizzes or anything else. Please don't compare these things, because improvement takes time. Improvement takes continuous efforts. Quizzes and assignments are the things that we are legally bound to give you time to time to give a fair and accurate assessment for the course, but they are not comparable. I hope as grown-up learners, you understand what I am talking about. And I have absolutely no hesitation saying this on record upfront. Making sense,
Okay.
Ajay? All right.
Yes, sir. Thanks, sir.
Sure.
Sir, can I get the solution PDF of mock, sir? Because we get mostly up to 20 question wrong, sir. So we want to the detailed solution PDF, sir.
If you have got those many questions wrong, that means you need to look at some of those videos. I think they are based on 4 weeks videos. Mock test, you need to go back to them again. As far as the solution
Mainly
is
we
concerned,
get the wrong question on the grammar portion, sir.
sorry?
Grammar portion, sir. We get wrong question on the grammar, sir.
That is because you are not paying attention to that.
Yeah.
Very clear, very clear. And you see, many, please avoid this thing if you can. I am sorry, I have to say this at the cost of sounding prescriptive. Many people feel English language is something I can deal with. Don't worry, I don't need to spend too much time on that. You can speak, you can convince me about something, but when it comes to answering specific questions, you will need to spend time with the video. Please evaluate yourself. You don't have to answer to me. How much time have you spent on English videos? That will answer your question.
Very less.
Very less, sir.
Compared
Yes,
to other
Answers your
subjects.
question.
yes, sir.
So if, I mean, compared to the other subjects, and I'm not being personal about my subject or the course. I'm telling you fact of the thing. We all know that language is something very important, but we also know that I don't need to spend too much time with this. I mean, this is a strange thing that that works with the courses, not just in BSc courses. It happens in all other courses. You started learning English not this week or not this month. You know about this thing. The same thing has happened in other courses with you. Has it not happened?
Yes.
So we don't spend too much time on language courses, but we want very quick results from language courses. So all I am recommending to people, I'm sorry, my apologies to each one of you if I sound a little different, but my suggestion and recommendation to each one of you is learning takes lesser time. Improvement takes more time. If at all you are serious about this, please spend whatever honest, serious effort and whatever time it requires, please spend that time. You will get it. There is no reason why this cannot be improved. That much I can assure you, but time you have to spend.
Okay, sir.
Coming back to that, just one moment. Coming back to the detailed answers to the questions.
Yes,
Aishwarya,
sir.
do we give detailed answers?
No, sir.
Hold on for a moment. Aishwarya, are you around?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Does the support team give answers to the mock question to the people who are taking mock test?
Sir, we are not giving detailed solutions, sir.
No, not detailed solution. At least the answers, correct answers. Are they given?
Yes, sir, it shows
After
up.
Yes.
submission, we can see the answers, sir.
Answers. They can see the
Okay.
answers after submission.
Okay. Then
But
you
there
have
is
the
no
answers.
detailed explanation.
So the detailed explanations are given in the videos.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Please spend what you and if you are not convinced with the explanations in the video, please ask me questions here. We are ready to explain it to any extent, any length, to each one of you, to one person, to many people, and we are ready to do that.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Sure. Now I forgot who is first in the queue. I see many hands up. Prisha Bhatia has kept her hands up since long. I'm coming to everybody. Please hold on.
So can you please explain syllables?
Is this Prisha Bhatia? Syllables? Yes, I can explain that to you. But can I take more questions and then I come back to you? If there are similar questions, then I will get many people similarly. Okay, I'll come back to that. Sure. So Pritesh Gupta.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes, I also have a doubt in syllable, but you can take it together. But one more doubt I have.
Sure.
So there is a word in which we have to put the correct verb. So the sentence goes like, the players as well as the captain dash to win. And here we have to fill the verb as want or wants. So, sir, as we know, like as far as I know, the first word is players. The
Is it singular or plural? Player or players?
Players is plural.
Okay.
Okay, but if we add as well as in the sentence, that doesn't affect in the singular or the plural.
Correct.
We have to check the second word which is coming, that is captain, not the captains. So we have to put the singular verb here, sir.
No. Where did you read this?
Sir, I was just reading somewhere.
Look at what we are saying, because we are giving you questions only based on what we are saying, not what is explained somewhere.
So what could be the right answer here,
The
sir?
answer is see the subject of this sentence is player. We discussed, were you here when we were discussing subject of the sentence?
Yes, sir. I joined little late, sir.
Okay, that's all right. That's not a problem. Just checking. Subject of the sentence is the subject agrees with the verb. That's the main point. And here in this case, players as well as the captain.
Yes.
So whatever comes with as well as does not count. Okay. What is the subject is players. Just give me a moment. Hold on. Come in. Hey. Come. Baby. Stay here for some time. And let me finish this thing. Okay. Have a seat. Okay. Okay, guys, sorry about that. So what was I saying? What was that?
The players as well as the captain.
Right. So the sentence is the players as well as the captain, and the verb is
want or wants.
Want or want. So if it is players, then the verb will be want.
Yes, sir. Right.
If it is players singular, then the verb will be wants.
Want.
Got it?
So
now,
we have
hold
don't,
on.
We don't have to. Okay.
Just one moment. Hold on.
Okay.
Now try changing the sentence for understanding this fully. We can say captain along with the players, or as well as the players. Get it?
Yes, sir.
And captain usually is singular, right?
Yes, sir. Then
there will be singular agreement on the verb. Now, remember another part. So as well as is not like and. Okay. So
Yes,
if
sir.
I say, if I say Pritesh and Yogendra, then they together may become plural. Get it?
Yes, sir.
But if we say Pritesh along with Yogendra, then it is still singular.
Singular.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Is your question clear? Is it clear for you?
Yes, sir. So, sir, we have to focus on the player, the word,
Right.
and it doesn't affect in the
Along with these types of phrases won't affect the.
like along with neither nor as well as.
No. Wait. No. Those are different things. I'm only talking about along with.
Okay, sir.
So therefore, I am not trying to say whatever you have read at that place, that source is wrong. So without knowing the source, I don't want to comment on that source. Okay? But
sir.
I can definitely tell you, we have discussed these things somewhere. I see R. Srinivas is asking, where are these videos? I don't know which number videos are these, but they are there in the course. And they, if they have given you these questions in the mock test, then some of these things must be described in one of the videos until week 4. Get it?
Yes, sir.
Please look at that.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
And if you have other questions, you can always ask me. You can put it in the forum. If we are after this week, after this Saturday we will be meeting next Saturday, right? So you can always ask these questions in the forum or anywhere. We will respond to that.
Okay, sir.
Got it? All right.
Thank you.
Good. So I'll come back to that, and I'm coming back to question on syllable in a minute. Dev Sinha, go ahead.
Yes, sir. So I want to ask about in graded assignment, as there is no solution given. But sir, the thing was happening. There was questions about stress, putting stress on words.
Right.
So I got some of them right and one or two wrong.
Right.
I was not able to distinguish why it was wrong and why it was right there.
Correct.
Because I did the same thing with them, with the others also.
Right. See, let me respond to one thing. One of the reasons why we are not getting why we are not giving you detailed answers, we will let me think a little more about that. The reason is we want you to work on it. Okay. These answers are not these topics are not like statistics or mathematics, where we need to give you steps. These things are categorically described and there is no exception to these things. Therefore, if you have looked at the videos, the answer you will, 90, it is very easy for 90% of the people to get 90+ marks in this. All right, that's one part. The second part is syllables and stress. These are two important parts of English language. And for understanding that, what is that? CC can be at any position. What is that CC? I didn't get that, but that's okay. Ashwarya, can you please
cluster?
Cluster, CC means cluster.
Oh, consonant clusters.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, cluster can be at any point in a word. That's not that is, any point means it's either in the beginning of a word or in the middle of a word or at the end of the word. That is cluster of 2 consonants. Cluster of 3 consonants is possible only in the beginning of a word.
And sir, at the end, it can be maximum 4, right?
No. Cluster of 4 consonants is not possible except in 1 or 2 words. There are 1 or 2 words, but it's highly unlikely.
Okay,
sir.
Wait. Let me finish. Wait. I'm coming to everybody. Wait. So I was talking about syllables. See, syllables and stress in English words, and both of them are related to English words.
Yes, sir. I have a doubt in stresses.
Just hold on. Hear me out, and then you can ask me. what happens with a syllable is a word can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 syllables. But higher the number of syllables, lower the possibility of existence of such a word. Okay, therefore you don't see words with 7, 8, 9 syllables. But syllable is a fact of language. What is important and given about a syllable for everybody to know is one syllable can have at least one vowel sound in it. These are the things that we have told you. Beyond this, you need to do little practice. And here is my solution to that for you, for each one of you, which is not immediate solution, but you will need to work on it. This is, please take 20 words continuously, 20 to 30 words continuously for 30 days. Make a note of them. Please use hands and notebook. Do not make these notes on computers. And identify syllables and rewrite them next to that. Go back to the dictionary.com or some other resources online. Check. First, you work on identifying syllable for yourself, given the breaks in the word. If you are working with 30 words every day, chances are you will get 20 right and 10 wrong. But continuously you will see towards the 25th day, you will see the number of wrong is going down. And when you are doing 30 words for 30 days, that you can ask me a question, is this a random number? Or it's definitely a random number. There is no prescription for that. And I don't want to sound like a doctor. But the idea is 30 into 30 is 900 words. If you do practice with 900 words, chances are we usually speak not more than 200 words every day. Even if you speak continuously like television, we do not speak more than 200 words every day. They may be frequently repeated, but new words are not there. So if we use only 200 words and if you do practice of 900 words in a month, chances are those 200 words are covered here. And that way, your syllable structure, understanding of syllable structure and practice of it will be covered. Now, my only submission to you is, if you don't do it, how can we help you do that? Get my point? Then the second thing is identifying stress. You see, you continue speaking the way you speak. But if you want to improve your speaking, identifying stress patterns can help you understand why others sounds different from us. And this is a very gradual and slow process of implementing such changes in our own speeches. So that way you can, the same process you apply for identifying stress patterns. So let me count 3 things that I'm talking about. Identifying syllables in a word, identifying stress patterns in a word, and identifying grammatical agreement between subject and verb. This understanding, where 2 of them are abstract and 1 of them is absolutely concrete, these 3 things takes care of 90% of the grammaticality and sounding correct thing about English language. And that way, the outcome is you come out as a very confident speaker. That's the general thing that I have to say. I'm not responding straight away to the mock test questions or your what is that called?
Graded assignment.
Qualifier, graded assignment, or anything. Qualifiers and so on. Okay, that's what I have to respond to that. Now,
so one thing is also there. So this thing. So sometimes in the word, it is difficult to identify just as monosyllabic or disyllabic or such things. When the syllable comes in a group, it is considered to be one. So it is difficult to identify it sometimes.
That is true. It is difficult to identify. I agree with you. That is true. And particularly as speakers of English in India, it becomes increasingly difficult for us. But the only option is to work on it.
And so please, at the end, if you have time, please explain plural markers.
Plural markers on what?
Plural markers, there was a graded assignment question. I didn't go through.
Sure. That's a very simple thing. See, let me get some more questions and I'll explain that. I talked about syllables and stress in that. Is there anybody else who has any specific question about syllable and stress?
No, sir. In general.
See, I understand your urgency. I also understand. Please also understand it is difficult for us to give you questions on syllables and stress because we know this is not so. This is not a topic one can finish up in 3 weeks or 4 weeks.
Sir, I have, sir.
Sorry?
I have one doubt.
No, I know. Hold on. But let me finish. So having known that, it's difficult for us to give you questions, but solution is only what I have just explained. All right, wait a minute. I'll come back to you. I see more people with hands up. Dev Sinha, am I done with your question?
Yes, sir. I'm lowering my hand.
All right, you can do that. Yogendra Pandey?
Yes, sir.
Am I done with your questions or not?
No, sir.
Please go ahead with your question.
Sir, stress pattern and syllabification. Sir, how we can understand something like that, nouns or adjectives in lectures or
Correct. See, not nouns and adjectives and verbs. They have different syllable. They have different stress patterns.
Yes, sir.
So in one category, if we are using it as a noun, and that is to identify the category. In noun, you have on the first syllable, on the second syllable, on the verbs you have on the first syllable, something like that. That part you will have to understand, and that comes naturally to you when you practice it more. So my suggestion is to practice syllable structure first and then stress patterns. Do not reverse the order. If you start with a stress pattern, then it will not make much sense to you. First syllable structure and then a stress pattern. Because one thing is certain in English language, when a word becomes disyllabic, one of the syllable is definitely stressed. And stress you need to understand in terms of prominence. That is, when we speak, one syllable is more prominent than the other. Get it?
Yes.
All right. Okay. We will talk more about this. Please understand, I'm not leaving it unfinished, and I'm also not in a rush to tell you that I won't help you beyond this thing. Please go to your exam with this much and see what you do, and let me also see your continuous effort and practice, and then we will help you throughout with this thing. No issue with that.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
All right. That is Yogendra Pandey. Raghav?
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening. Go ahead.
Sir, in the mock test 1, sir, in grammar section question number 5, there was a fill in the blanks kind of thing, like stating the and options were after, then, and beforehand Prime Minister, sir.
Okay. What was that? Prime Minister?
The was the starting, and there was a blank for options like after, then, and beforehand.
Okay.
And after the blank, there was Prime Minister, and there was his name. So the correct option was then, sir. So why it was then?
Then what should be, according to you, the correct option?
According to me, it was like the after Prime Minister.
Yes, sir.
I don't get it. You have to tell me the full sentence.
Just a minute, sir. I will. The after Prime Minister Andrew Fisher was quick to pledge the country's support to the last man, the last shilling.
No, I don't get it. Still don't get it. Say it again.
The after Prime Minister Andrew.
You do one thing. You write it down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
In the chat box. I'll come back to you, Raghav. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Write it down. Pyari Komaran, you have another question?
Yes, sir. I have two. One is a fresh question.
Okay.
So this is regarding the pronunciations. I remember reading, going through the videos where we talk about when the letter starts with P, T, K, that, it has to be aspirated.
Right.
And there was a question in the mock test where, P is aspirated or not. And I assumed it will be aspirated. I think the answer is also aspirated. But I quickly checked Wikipedia. I don't know whether we can trust that. The pronunciation did not, look like it is aspirated. So I just
see whatever we have said. See, first of all, I would want you to correct on that. It's not PTK. Okay, it's about the sounds pa, ta, and ka.
Yeah. Sorry.
So and we are absolutely clear about what we have said in our and therefore the answer to the question is also very clear. It's verified multiple times.
Okay.
So and we cannot confirm about what is there on Wikipedia.
Okay. So it is aspirated, is it?
No, it's not. It's aspirated at the syllable initial position.
Yeah.
And particularly at the syllable initial position of a stressed syllable.
Okay.
Get it? So, in some words, if the word is monosyllabic, okay, like car, get it?
Yeah.
Then ka is going to be aspirated. It will sound like ka. But if the second syllable is if there is a word which has got two syllables, understand? And the second syllable is stressed in that word, not the first syllable. And ka comes at the initial position of the first syllable. In that word, ka will not get stressed. So this rule needs to be understood in a very careful way. So when we say pa, ta, ka are aspirated, we are not using this as a blanket statement. Pa, ta, ka are aspirated at the initial position of an stressed syllable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Therefore, so if according to how native speakers of English use the language, these rules have been derived from that detail. So, if a word is monosyllabic, then it works fine in the sense that there is no question of a stress in a monosyllabic word. You have only one syllable and it will get stressed, and therefore it will have aspiration also. But in a disyllabic word, trisyllabic word, depending upon what is stressed, and you can ask another question. If it is so complicated, then why are we talking about all of them? We are talking about all of them. We are not asking you to change how you speak from tomorrow. But if you pay attention to these things, you would understand why some others sound better and what are the ways of making things better. How can we improve our language? If we can pay attention to stress patterns, then we get to the closest pronunciation of those words, and how we sound changes. Number one. You said you had. Did I answer your question?
Yes, sir. Yes.
You had another question.
Yeah. By any chance, did you mention that three-letter consonants, right? I mean, 3 consonant clusters.
Right.
Does not appear at the end of a word?
I did. I said there is probably 1 or 2 words where it occurs at the end also.
Okay. Yeah.
particularly in English. It may occur at the end of a word in other languages, but in English there are only one or two words.
Length, strength, all that were examples.
No, no, no. Strength. How is the strength problem? Tell me.
GTH.
You will not get it until you are looking at GTH.
Okay, yeah.
You have to look at it as sounds, like there is no sound G in English language.
Right. Right.
So you tell me, what are the sounds in the word strength?
G is silent. You're right.
No, it's not about silent. It's just not there. There is no concept like silent. And this is why it is hard to hear these things. There is nothing called silent. When we say silent, what we mean is the spelling has that symbol, right? But we don't speak it that way. When we say psychology, the first sound, and whenever we talk about sounds, we are talking about spoken language. In written word, you have the word starts with P, right? But in a spoken language, there is nothing called silent. It is the first sound in the word psychology is sa. Am I making sense?
Yes, sir.
Sir, what about the word helps? HELPS. Now, LPS are consonants, and all the three sounds are clearly been said in that word. Helps.
Help.
Helps. HELPS.
Right. So, what are the sounds in this word?
S.
Tell me the sounds. Ha, A, La, and Pa.
Sa.
And Sa.
There are there's cluster of consonants. Like there's a 3 cluster consonant in the last, right?
Helps. Is this monosyllabic or disyllabic word? Helps.
Monosyllabic.
Monosyllabic, correct. Helps. Yeah. See. Wait a minute. Helps. La, Pa, and Sa. These are the 3 consonants at the end of the word, right?
Yes, sir. Similarly, hands, sir. In the chat box, one more person said hands. Now,
Hands.
NDS, all the 3 are there. Hands.
Yeah, but there is something else going on here. So I'll tell you. There is hands. Wait a minute. No, this is fine. See, I'll tell you what happens in these words is in helps and hand, it's a monosyllabic word, but the cluster is only between na and da. Okay, I'm talking about hand. And help, the cluster is only between la and pa. Okay, what's going on here is the last sound that you hear is a morpheme, and it's a plural marker which is added later. So it's not part of the cluster, though there are 3 sounds at the end of the word. Are you with me? Do you understand?
Yes.
Sir.
They are plural markers or singular markers. So the sound. Just one moment, guys. Hold on. Sorry, guys. So did I make it clear to you about
So the
verbs?
example that you gave, and at last you said plural marker. I can't understand plural marker. I gave in my question also. Please explain the plural marker.
That's a plural marker, but that's part of the sound, part of the sounds in the word, but that's not the cluster. So Pyari and others, when they were asking, when I said about the sounds, what I am saying is cluster of 3 consonant sounds is not possible. But there are some words. I'm also telling you there are some words, they are very few words. And cluster of 4 consonant sounds is definitely not possible. Okay. Now, let me take this. Raghav, you had a question. Just a minute. I'll come back to you, this again, plural again. Raghav, you had a question about number 5. The then prime minister is the right answer, because in such a sentence we cannot say the after prime minister, the before and prime minister. Okay.
Okay, sir.
We have to say the then prime minister, Andrew Fisher, was quick to pledge the country's support to the last man, whatever that is. I'm sorry, I'm unable to read beyond that.
It's okay, sir. That was the only doubt I had.
This has to be the then prime minister. In Hindi, it is known as Tatkalin Pradhan Mantri.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and the English translation is the then prime minister. That is the prime minister who was in office at that point in time.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, it won't be after or before or anything else.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So going back to that, Pyari Kumran, did it answer your question or not?
Yes, sir. So the answer to that question is like it can have 3 consonant clusters.
Yes.
Can have, right?
Can have, but not a cluster. These are not clusters. The clusters are only between 2 consonants. Na and da in hands. Helps, la and pa. Okay. All right. Along with that, somebody had asked me a question about plurals. Let me also tell you. Is that person still around? Somebody asked me a question about plurals in the beginning.
Plural markers, sir.
Plural markers, yes. So let me conclude that by saying, you see, remember these 3 sounds, pa, ta, and ka. Okay? The plural marking in English language is very simple. It's not making you too cool. Hello? Okay. So plural marking in English is very simple. If a word ends with one of these 3 sounds, and what are those 3 sounds? Pa, ta, and ka. Are you with me?
Sir. Yes, sir.
If a word ends with one of these 3 sounds, then the plural marker is going to sound like sa.
Okay.
Sa as a sound. Sa. Like we just saw a word like help. Help.
Okay, sir. Help.
When you put a plural marker at the end of it, it is going to sound like sa. Helps.
Oh.
Book. What's the last sound in the word book?
Ka.
Ka. It is going to sound like books. Cap. Caps. Ta, like bat. That is going to sound as bats. Okay? Everywhere else, that is other than these 3 sounds, the plural marker is za.
Okay, sir. Sir, just as an example, sir, there was stakeholders,
Stockouts,
and network.
That is, network is sa, because the last one is ka. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Holder, the last one is ra, therefore it is going to be za.
Okay.
Get it? See, take simple words.
PTK will go to S.
Sorry?
And others will PTK, Pata Ka will go to S. Sa. And others will go to Za.
Simple.
Everything
else will go to za.
Means we have to just think about Pata Ka, means PTK.
Exactly.
Okay.
And also it's important for, why is it important to look at spoken language? You will never be able to get to any conclusion if you are looking at S, ES, IES and all that.
Okay, sir.
B, that is not the markers of plural, they are the writing system. Okay. That is, we use the spellings that way. Okay.
Can't get it, sir, please.
That is, when we add S or ES, that is the writing system.
Yes.
Get it?
Yes.
And third, the point is, knowing it this way helps your pronunciation.
Oh, okay.
See what I'm giving you a very simple word. Boy.
Boy.
Plural of boy is what?
So it will be Z because it's not.
No. Say the word.
Boys. It's boys,
Boys.
but we should say it boys. It should sound like Z. That's right.
It sounds Z when you say boys.
Yes, sir. Boys.
Same way girl.
No, I get it.
It's not girls.
Yes,
it has to be girls.
Girl.
Flower, hand. All words have Z as the plural marker.
Okay.
Check it and you will find it.
Okay.
Got it? That's all is plural marking. Plural marking in English can be taught in 5 minutes. No complications with that.
Yes.
But to understand that, one needs to understand sound system before.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Mridula?
Sir, I have a doubt in the mock test question. It's a true or false question. In English, the verb is not in the final position in a sentence. Correct. I gave the answer as false, but in the answer key it's showing as true. Why, sir?
Verb is not in the final position of the sentence.
Yes, sir.
Verb is not in the final position in the sentence. Correct. Verb is not. So this should be correct, right? Yes. That should be true.
But sir, why can't we have sentences like she ate, he reads, like?
Oh, wait a minute. First of all, let me finish the question. So verb is not in the final position. This is the statement given, right?
Yes, sir.
And this statement is true. Okay. That is because in English is a verb medial language. I'm coming to your doubts in a minute. So the question is correct and answer is also right. Get it?
Okay, sir.
Now, to your doubt, why can we not say she ate? We can say that, but this is an incomplete sentence.
Oh, okay, sir.
That is because when we say she ate, we have to say she ate what? If I tell you she ate, do you understand anything out of that? I mean, you get an idea that she ate something that is eatable. But this is an incomplete sentence, right?
Yes, sir.
If I just say this is this, do you understand the sentence?
No.
Just hold on one moment. So got it? If I just tell you the sentence this is does that sentence mean anything to you?
No, sir.
Therefore, it is not in the final position.
Okay, sir.
Got it? Okay. Smriti.
Yes, sir. So I had a query about synonyms. Like, if a word is given and we don't know about the meaning of the word at all, and we had to choose a synonym from the option, how are we supposed to go upon such a question?
The idea was to practice it before going to the exam. In the exam, there is nothing that you can do about it. But
like
I can give you
random words.
No. You don't have to do random. You will have to do it random if you have not prepared for it. But I'll tell you a method for that. The method is you read the question carefully. Okay. And out of the 4 options given, look at the sentence carefully and see what is the meaning of synonym.
Similar
Similar. So look at it carefully. Spend a minute there at least to see which one of the 4 words sounds similar and fits in that context. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So you will have to, or you have to, there is a video on antonyms and synonyms, right?
Yes, sir.
And also this is just a word. So like I said, we understand the questions that there are some questions which requires some concepts which requires longer time to get. So we could have brought in some of these questions at a later stage, but spend some time understanding which question, which word fits into that context. And these are the things that, these are the practices that comes from reading and listening also.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Smriti? All right.
Yes.
Sure. Rohit Raghavan.
Good evening, sir. I am having some problem in understanding and identifying the aspirated words.
Okay.
So, how to go about it in general?
Do you understand the concept of aspiration?
I have seen it 2-3 times in the video, and but in application part there seems to be some problem.
Right. So please watch that again, and I will tell you a few things about that. So that part is for larger understanding. Please watch it again. Aspiration is additional flow of air in sounds. Okay.
Yes.
So when I say ka, okay, this sound is not aspirated. But when I say ka, that sound is aspirated because it has additional flow of air. You can identify, if you put this hand in front of your mouth, when you speak, you see some flow of air coming to that. Okay?
Yes, yes.
But if you test it with one sound, ka and ka, then you will realize that ka gets you more flow of air. That's called aspiration. And we want you to identify that because that has a lot of implications for improving pronunciation at the level of syllables and stress patterns and so on.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I think we are done with. Pritesh, you have one more question?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, quickly. Go ahead. Cannot hear you, Pritesh.
Now it's audible, sir?
Yes, audible. Go ahead.
Yeah. How many syllables are in macaroni?
What is the word?
Macaroni.
Macaroni. For me, it seems like 3 syllables.
Look like 3, sir.
Sir, but sir, answer in the in practice assignment, third I.
What is that? In practice assignment, what is the answer? Pritesh, cannot hear you. Anybody else can say something about this? Macaroni, how many syllables does it sound for you?
4.
4?
It sounds
I find
like
sir 3, sir.
3, right? Answer is 3, right? What is the answer?
I find 3, sir.
4.
Macaroni.
Answer is 4, sir. But in a practice assignment, answer is 4.
Spelling is Macaroni.
Macaroni, right?
Macaroni.
Then it must be a different word. You are telling me some other word.
In the chat box, sir. Okay.
Sorry? Just a minute. You see, the way we speak this word, it sounds like 3 syllables. But
The word is macaroni, sir.
Macaroni. Yeah, now sir.
Just a moment. Let me check. 4 syllables, guys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It is macaroni. Macaroni. Macaroni.
Yes, sir.
Macaroni. So it is CV, 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 CV. 4 syllables. Okay. Each syllable has one consonant, one vowel. Get it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So again, I will tell you this. This helps you understand. See, we don't speak the way native speakers speak this thing. Okay, but if, like I said, if you do this practice for 30 words for 30 days, you will get it close to the speakers, the way native speakers speak. And these are the examples of that. So even my first gut feeling was it has only 3 syllables. But when we are looking at it closely, it feels like no. I mean, when we check it, it's like 4 syllables. So what I am asking you to do, even I need to do it for some words, but I am giving you an idea of how to perfect it. How not perfect it. Perfect is not the right word. How to get close to that. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Great.
So what is the upper limit of a syllable?
There is no upper limit as such. Theoretically, there is no upper limit, but you usually do not have words beyond 5 syllables.
Okay.
There are words 6 syllables, 7 syllables, 8 syllables, but there are very few words in the language.
19 syllable. There is a word.
That must be just one word.
Yes, there's one word.
Can you speak that word?
It's pneumo something. I can't speak it.
That's how it happens. That's what happens. So the point is, the reason why there is a restriction on why we get 2, 3, 4, 5 syllable words a lot, because that does not restrict us in speaking them. We can create one word with 10, 20 syllables, but that's
But in option there was 4, 5, and no limit. So I chose 5, but it was wrong. So no limit.
Yeah. There is no limit. Theoretically, there is no limit on the word.
Okay, so we will answer theoretically, sir.
Correct.
Sir, in machine it's disyllabic because MA is there with 1 and IE is counting as 1.
No. You will not get it that way. Let me tell you candidly. If you are looking at MACI and all that, you will not get it. You have to look at syllable from how we speak the word.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm saying. I got it is disyllabic because machine means MA, and then sheen is sounding like sounding together. So it will be considered 1. That's why it's disyllabic.
Correct.
That's what
machine.
Machine.
Yeah, ma and sheen, two others. Got it?
So can you get to the stress questions now? Stress and circle.
I have already spoken about this. You want me to say the same thing? I can tell you the same thing. There is no shortcut to a stress thing.
Okay.
And I you see, I am telling you the way they are. My goal is not to sell a product to you. Understand this thing. So I said I right in the beginning I said if I sound a little tough or harsh to you or anything else otherwise, my apologies to all of you. But I am talking about the way these things work.
No, sir, I told you the thing that was happening. In some questions there was, and most of the question it was right, but some question I used the same thing, but it was not coming right out.
Correct. All right. Can we stop here, guys?
Yes, sir.
You have a qualifier test tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I can understand that because there are a lot of questions.
Yes.
But I would see apart from telling you all the best to everybody, I would also tell you, please do spend time on these things and then you will get close to how you want to improve it.
Definitely, sir. Thank you.
Great.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Everybody, all the best. Hope to see you all back in the program.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Lida, Aishwarya, can you please get it terminated?
Yes, sir. Sure.
See you next week, same time.
Okay, sir.
Bye-bye. Wait a minute. Anushri, did you have a question? Did I respond to that? Anushri?
Yes, sir. It was
Okay.
absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Sir.